Good morning, Lucas. Today is Wednesday, November 7th. So last week I forgot to mention that November 5th was coming up. Have you seen V for Vendetta? It's a really good movie, and it's all about, something happening on November 5th. I haven't shaved for a week. Can't really see anything. Oh, so I should tell you about deer hunting. It sucked. I sat in a tree for 2 days and didn't see anything. But the wilderness is beautiful, so, that was a plus. Foxes are really cool in person. Not that they're not cool in pictures and stuff, but when you see one running by you, it's the coolest thing. So I have a really good hunting story about last weekend. I didn't live it personally, but I heard it from one of my uncles. I have lots of these stories, so if you guys want to hear more, go ahead and request them, and I'll start telling them more often. There's some really good ones. So last weekend, nobody really saw any deer until the last day, but then the last day we all saw at least one. So I guess I kind of lied earlier. I saw a doe, but that doesn't really count. So anyway, the last day I saw a doe, my dad saw a couple does, and then there's my Uncle Terry. Now, a lot of you probably know my Uncle Terry, but there's going to be some of you who don't. So let me just explain that my Uncle Terry is a character, to put it mildly. I guess that's all I can really say. There's no way to describe him. My Uncle Terry was walking in the woods, so he could try to scare some deer up to us, and he sat down and he hunted for a while, and then he started walking again. And then he realized he had to take a poop. Sorry, a little graphic, should have warned you. So he finds a spot on a log and sits down. He's making a log on a log, isn't that ironic? Anyway, so he sits down and he puts his gun up against the tree, and he's just getting ready to start when he looks up and a deer walks out on the trail, right? Now, I mean, if it was a doe, it wouldn't be a big deal because it's like, oh, I can't kill it anyway. Nope. That's the universal sign for big buck. Think he said it was an 8-point, but it's hard to tell from that distance. Needless to say, he's looking at this buck who actually doesn't know he's there, but he is sitting with his pants down and his gun is out of arm's reach. So he pulls up his pants and runs over to get his gun and lifts it up, but by the time he gets it up, the deer's already bounded off the trail. So we have this hat at my hunting shack that's blue and it says Buck Fever on it. But we have a tradition that on the nights people see deer, we all tell our story, and whoever seemed to have buck fever the most gets to wear the hat the rest of the night. It's not an honor. Buck fever is basically that feeling you get when a buck walks out. You know, the adrenaline rush and the shaking, and a lot of you don't know what this feels like. Honestly, neither do I. I've never seen one. You get the buck fever hat when this feeling comes over you and it's so overwhelming that you mess it up and miss the shot. Or in this case, didn't get your gun in time because your pants were down. That right there is the cause for the buck fever hat. So he wore it that night. Like I said, I have lots of stories similar to this, so just request some and I will be more than happy to bring them out. So Lucas, look what I have. Granny Smiths are pretty good, but not as good without any hands.
Everyone attack and they turn into a ballroom blitz. And the girl in the corner said, boy, I want the money, it'll turn into a ballroom blitz. Ballroom blitz. Ballroom blitz. Ballroom blitz. Ballroom blitz.
But the apple is eaten. I'm sorry, you guys had to watch that.